It's
Okay, let's see.
um
112. Yeah.
it's Asher, correct?
Yeah, Asher. Yeah. Yeah.
Asher.
Yeah.
Is that the same word for the one of the sons or the tribe of Israel?
No. It's
No.
totally different. Yeah. This is a very, very common word. It's the relative. It is the relative pronoun in Hebrew. It's like the only one.
Okay,
And
because I
yeah.
looked in Genesis 30:13 and it had the
Oh,
same.
is it the same? It may be spelled the same way. Yeah. Where is that? 3013.
Genesis 30:13.
Okay.
Right there at the end.
Oh, yeah. So it is spelled the same way. Yeah, it's spelled the same way, but it's totally
How do
different.
you distinguish that then, Steve? How do you
Oh,
distinguish that?
just by context. So same
Just
with
by
English. Yeah,
context solely.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So the same with English. We'll have words that have two totally different meanings. And usually, when you have a word like that with two totally different meanings, they are not like this. They're not going to be the same use. Like they're not going to be both adjectives. They're not going to be both verbs. They're two totally different things. So like Asher means blessed or happy or
Right. Right.
and you're never going to mistake the other word for that because it's a relative pronoun meaning which
Okay. So
which
it's
or
just
who.
based on context. You through
Right,
reading, you just
right,
understand that. Okay.
right, right. Yeah.
So in English, it'd be like just well, I don't know. It would be a homonym, right?
Homonym. Yeah, it would be
It
a
would just be a
homonym, but
homonym with different meanings.
right,
Okay.
right, right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we could continue with Jack. You could do the next reading.
Okay.
Um,
Which verse do you want me to do, Steve?
do you remember where we stopped?
I think. No, I don't.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay. So let's see if I can remember it.
I know we made it to at least 10.
Oh, you did. Okay, we made it that far. Okay,
I think
okay,
we were going to continue. Jonathan,
okay,
correct me if I'm wrong. I think we were going to continue with 11 or 12.
okay.
I need to look at the translations first before I
So
can
say
remember.
that again, Jonathan.
I need to look at the
No,
translations
don't look at the
first.
translation. Yeah, don't. For right now, just don't look at the translation. You're just going to do the best you can. That's all. So, yeah, we'll look at the translation afterwards. That's why I have. That's why I'm using Blue Letter Bible rather than Bible Hub, because Bible Hub's going to show you the interlinear, and
Right.
this will if you click on it, but so you don't see it right away. Okay, so let's continue with 11. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember doing 11. So
Okay. Vayomer Elohim um, to Tadshi. No.
yeah, that was it. That was it.
Which one? The first one or the second one? Tadshi.
Tadshe.
Tadshe. Okay.
Yeah.
Tadshe Haaresh. Right. That's Earth. Right. The Earth.
It is Earth, but the last sound is a tsadi. It's a so it's haaretz.
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 Haaretz. Yeah. Haaretz. Okay. Um. Da. Oh, it's the same thing as It's not Tadashi. It's just Dashi, right?
Deshe.
Dasha.
Deshe.
Deshe.
Yeah.
I I Eseb.
Mm-hmm. You're good. Good. Good.
Ma, Mazi, no, Mazriya. Mazria?
Exactly. Great. Exactly.
Okay. Now is it just Zara?
It'd be yeah. I wouldn't say Zera, but that's good.
Zara.
Yeah.
Zara. Okay. And then it's right?
Right.
It's
Right.
Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Uh e, Asa.
It's the little dot there is an
Yeah.
O, so it's
Oh, Ose.
Ose, right? Yeah.
Ose. Okay. Perry. La Lam Lamay Lamayin. This one, Lamay. This is hard. This has got a
It's
lot of.
not hard. It's not hard.
It's not hard. Oh, okay. I thought it had a lot of syllable. Nama Lamayan
Well,
Nu.
there's no ah sound in here.
Okay. There's no ah sound, so it's just Lamo
But it's Lamino.
Lamuno Lamino.
Yeah. When you have the dot followed by a yud, then it's longer, so it's e. Lamino.
Okay, Lamino. Asher. There's that zo word. Zera. No. Zerav, right?
Well, you see, with the dot on top, it's an O sound.
So it'd be Zerav.
Well, the pa top is an ah sound.
Oh. Azarav? No.
No.
No. No. I see. Arav. No.
Well, the z comes first. So it's
The Arav.
yeah. Zaro.
Zarav. Okay.
Zaro.
Zaro.
Yeah. The vav sound of the V doesn't come when you've got the dot on top of it, unless, which is kind of unusual, but unless there's another vowel underneath it.
Okay. And then, so that would be the same then with this next vav too. So, no, va, it'd be va, right?
Right, it would, yeah.
So the vav with the dot on the top. What's the sound again with the vav?
Oh.
Vo.
It's O, yeah.
Just vo. That would
Just
be the
vo.
sound.
That's it. Just vo.
That's it. Vo. Okay. Al. Ha'aresh. No, raise. No, resh.
Well, it's like the word pretzel. Ha'aretz.
Ha'arez. Yeah. Ha'arez. Yeah.
Jack, say.
I should be
able. That's your daughter's name.
I know. You're right. I should be able to say it. I can't. I can say it at the beginning of the word, but not at the end. It's harder.
I think aretz is the most common word with a tzadi in it of all the.
Is there aretz? Okay. And then vayahi, and then that is Ken? No.
Well, Cain. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was very good. That was very good. Now, just do the best you can in trying to parse this. Like just start with the first word. Like, if you can tell me, is there a prefix to it? Is it a verb? You know, what would be the 3-letter root of the verb?
Yeah, that. Well, the word would be It's via, right? Oh, no, that's not the word. That's the prefix, right?
What is the prefix?
Usually via is and, right? Or
Well, not va yet, but just va.
va.
Just va. Yeah, just the va in the front means is the and.
And.
Yeah.
And Viomer, right? So Viomer is and well, it's got to be, I'm guessing, a noun, right?
Why would you say it's a noun?
Well, just the well, okay. If you say and it usually you have a participle, right? A definite participle, and then it becomes a noun, right?
Jack, remember what God does in this
Well, that would be cheating. That would be cheating. Pretend you don't know. Yeah. But okay, so I'm just going to help you on that. So usually Hebrew narrative is verb consecutives.
Right.
So the sentences begin with and verb. That's
and
one
verb.
way.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that's one way. The other way you can know this is a verb is if you go here to this, bringing up the verb form. Okay. So the most important part of this verb sheet is the beginning, the perfect and the imperfect, because those are the most common. Those are the most common forms. So you see here with the perfect is the root, the three-letter root with these suffixes on it.
Mm-hmm.
The imperfect is the three-letter root with some prefixes on it, and in some cases also a suffix.
Okay.
So if you look here, one of the prefixes is a yud.
Mm-hmm.
So that is an imperfect third person masculine singular.
Okay.
So that's what that verb is.
That's why it is a verb.
Well, yeah. So that's one of the markers. The yud in the beginning, although a word could start with a yud, but when you see a yud at the beginning like that, you usually think it's going to be third person imperfect.
So can you tell me what is the verb and the, it's and the what?
Well, there's no the there.
Oh, it's just and.
It's and then it's Omer. This is one of the most common words.
Said, is it said?
Yeah.
Said.
It's said. And
So
that's why
said,
Jonathan knew. Jonathan knew that. So it's and if you just saw this word by itself, it's and he said.
And he said.
The root word here is Omer, and the Omer means say.
Mm-hmm.
And it's imperfect. So let's see if you remember this. This is with the yud in front. It's imperfect. Imperfect means future. But I said it actually means and he said. Do you know why that is? Why I'm reversing the tense?
It's because of is that related with the Vav consecutive?
Yes, exactly. That's the Vav consecutive.
You've said that probably 100 times. So I think that's why it reverses. That's why it reverses.
That's why it reverses, and it's often called the Vav conversive for that reason.
Vav conversive.
Yeah, rather than consecutive.
Okay.
Vav consecutive reverses the tense.
Yes.
Vav consecutive reverses the tense.
Yeah. Okay. How about the next word?
Elohim.
Yeah. You know that word?
If I don't, I need to go back to your and Steve's class next year.
Okay. Good. So you know that one inside. Yeah. Okay. So then, what's the relationship between Elohim and Vayomer?
So, okay, so the relationship would be God is speaking, right? Or God
Right.
spoke.
Exactly. God is the
God
subject.
spoke.
That God is the subject. And that's the normal Hebrew order. The normal Hebrew order is verb, subject,
Verb, subject,
and object.
an object.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it like that throughout the whole Bible, the whole Old Testament?
Oh, no,
For the most
when
part.
I say it's usual, it just means it's the usual. It
I see.
doesn't mean it has to be that way.
I see.
And yeah, particularly in poetry, it won't be.
Oh, okay, because that's
Yeah.
more, that's
And-
lyrical.
Yeah, yeah. And when you have a paragraph break, then it will do subject, verb.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have the root is desha, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then then you have a prefix ta
Very
desha.
good. Very good. Yes, very good. So now I'm going to show you the chart, and I want you to just tell me how that chart is. This big enough for you?
Yep, I can see
okay.
it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
So it's
just tell me, from this chart. Well, you told me it was a. Let's see. Oh, Carolyn, it's still echoing. So I think what you could do is just mute yourself, and then when you want to talk, just press the space bar and talk. Okay. So you already told me the tough was the prefix. So if it's prefixed, it's imperfect.
mhm.
And then look at this chart and tell me what conjugation do you think it is? Like, where do you see a tough prefix?
Well, you see it all over the place. Second person masculine, second person feminine.
Well, okay, so second person masculine has a tough prefix. Second person feminine has a tough prefix and a yud suffix.
And a yud, okay.
See, now we don't see a yud suffix there.
That's
So
true.
it's just a tough prefix.
And then we see it third person feminine.
Right. Okay. So that was so it could be either second person masculine or third person feminine.
So you have to look at the context then?
Yes. Now usually that's not ambiguous. Usually it's pretty clear which one it is.
Mm-hmm.
So
What is it? I would say it's third person feminine.
yes,
right?
it is third person feminine.
Because Moses is writing in the
right. There's no you. Right. There's no you.
There's no reference to another in that way.
Yeah.
Second
Right.
person.
Right. So this was imperfect. And
Right.
okay, now this word, I don't know this word dishe, but I just know what the verse says, like Jonathan. So I think it means bring forth. Oh, great, here comes Kesha. I think it means bring forth, but let's just see what it means. So let's just click on it. So yeah, it means bring forth. And just to check on you here, so this verb is actually hifel.
Huh.
So let's look at that. The hifel form in the imperfect is harder to recognize, but it's hifel jussive. So jussive, there's no difference that makes it jussive. And sometimes there is, but in this case there's not. But jussive means they'll translate it as let bring forth instead of just will bring forth.
Okay.
And you see it's third person, feminine, singular. I just want to look at the chart again here for hifel.
Sure.
Let's look at the hifel. So if we look here, imperfect, and we look at the hifel, it says it should have a word after the second root letter to be hifel. But we don't see it.
No.
So it's just something that's somewhat irregular. That's all. So it's a lot of things are somewhat irregular. So,
Is it like the English language where there's lots of exceptions, Steve?
exactly. It's like the English language with a lot of exceptions. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Now, lots of times there's like you can see the reason for an exception. Let's see, where were we? Yeah.
11.
But here, like I don't see a reason for an exception.
Oh.
Like there could have, like where there's a lot. Usually, where there's exceptions is when the verb in its root has some of those letters that are used for the conjugation.
Mm-hmm.
So then it has to do something funny. But here, we don't really have any, like the dalet, the shin, and the aleph are not used in conjugations.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the aleph is, but not at the end. So, I don't know why, it's hifl, but without the yud. But it may be, see, some words only appear in the hifl, and maybe that's why they say it's hifl. But anyway, it means, yeah. So let bring forth. Okay, go ahead now, the next word.
And then resh.
Well, just remember your daughter's
race.
Yeah.
Race. I'll get it one of these times.
Yeah.
So the root is it's earth, right? So it's aleph, resh, and zadi, right?
Right.
And then so ha is the earth, correct?
Yes, exactly.
The earth.
Good. Now, is earth masculine or feminine?
Based on my knowledge of languages, I can make a guess.
Okay, make a guess.
Mother Earth, right? So it's
very good. Okay,
it's feminine.
Yeah. Okay, but here's the reason we know it's feminine, because this verb was feminine.
Oh, it makes sense.
Yeah. And if we click on it, there's actually no way of looking at this verb to see whether it's masculine or feminine. Well, if it ended with a hey or a tough, that would be most likely a feminine noun. But this doesn't have one of those markers on it. But if you look here, it doesn't tell us whether it's masculine or feminine. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Actually, eretz is both. So that means sometimes it's, at least according to this, sometimes it's masculine and sometimes it's feminine. I guess they would know, or they wouldn't have said it was both. So,
yeah.
That means sometimes eretz will take a masculine verb and sometimes it'll take a feminine verb.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you have again the word desha.
Right.
So God brought forth, right?
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah. So I'm just going to help you with this one. So
okay.
Yeah, that was, first of all, that was very good that you saw this is the same. But I would just expect this is a noun form of this.
Okay.
And just the reason is just like a verb just doesn't seem to fit right now.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be my question.
Yeah. But let's look at it. Let's just see if it is. So let's click. And yeah, it means grass. So it's a noun. And yeah, noun. Oh, it's masculine. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Seb.
Right, very good. Very good.
Seb.
Yeah.
That's just a root word. There's no prefix or suffix.
Right, that's right. So I don't know what this word means, except I just kind of know, what the verse says, but I don't really know what this verse means, what that word means. So we'd have the earth bringing forth grass. If this is a verb with just a three-letter root, so let's look at the verbs. I don't know if that's a verb or not, but it seems like it would be a verb.
To
In
connect
verbs,
the next part of the verse, huh?
yeah, well, let's just look. If it was a verb, so it has no prefix or suffix because it's just
Correct.
a three-letter root.
Mhm.
So that could be the third person masculine singular form. Could be that. It could be, okay, it's not an imperfect. This wouldn't just here wouldn't work because that would mean it would be past tense. And
Right.
yeah,
God
that
is
wouldn't work.
creating.
But there are more choices here.
Okay.
Now, when we get to the infinitive, it's the same as the imperative. Or, the infinitive is the same as the third person masculine singular perfect. So it could be an infinitive.
Yeah, which would make.
Which could make sense because the infinitive is kind of flexible.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one here is the participle. It could also be a masculine singular participle.
Mm-hmm.
So this could mean like grass, something ing.
Grass growing.
Bring. This was bringing forth, but yeah, let's just see what it means. So let's click on it. Oh, so it's a noun.
The herb.
It means herb. So we have grass, herb. So that means the first one must have been a construct. Let's just see. So it is. Oh no, it's absolute. So it's grass, herb. Oh, so I guess let the earth bring forth grass, and then it's comma. Herb, and then now we go to the next word, which is now we're getting to a harder one. Okay, so I think I would just want you to know the perfects and the imperfects, and the participles and the infinitives are harder. So
sure.
Yeah. So with the law in front of it, that usually is a marker for the participle.
With the mem.
With a mem in front, yeah. So
now, does the yud, is that kind of I wouldn't say interfere, but it kind of interrupts the root, or
the yud is we're going to see the yud is the conjugation. It's part of the it's part of the hiffle and the pl.
I see.
Yeah, but let's look at the chart here. But I'm wondering if I should just skip that because it's a participle. They're just, it'd be great just to know the imperfects and perfects. So I'm just going to show you because we started it. So when we look at the participle, the PL just adds a mem to it, to the front. The hiffle adds a mem with a yud after the second root letter.
That's what we have, right?
And that's what we have. We have a mem and a yud after the second root letter. So that's what it seems to be. It seems to be a causative.
Causative.
Yeah. And then it would be, now, see, they have these same endings, so it would be singular. It would be masculine singular because it doesn't have one of these endings on it. So this is, so I'm going to guess at it that it means bringing forth seed. But this is a noun that means seed. This is a rather common word, zerah.
That's seed. Okay,
That's
so we have
seed.
grass, herbs, and then
Well,
seed.
then we have what I think here is a participle, and then we have seed.
Bringing forth
So
seed.
herb. Let's see what this means. Let's click on it. Okay, it just means yielding. But like it's like the word, you see how it's the word seed, like made into a verb.
Uh-huh. Yeah, oh, I see it's got the same root.
Yeah, yes, it's got the same root. Yes. And you see here it is a participle, masculine singular.
Okay.
But from now on, except for maybe Kesha and Carolyn, they're because they're more advanced. But I think for you and Jonathan, we'll just do the perfects and imperfect verbs. And later we'll get later we'll get to the most of the in narrative, most of the words are going to be perfects and imperfects.
Yeah.
And they're mostly going to be perfects, but not here because this is God like saying things. Okay, so now the next word. This is a very common word.
Oh.
But
No, that's eds, right? Eds.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, yeah. And do you know what it is?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, is it a noun or a verb? Do you know?
Eds. I'm guessing
Eights.
Yeah. So you have yielding, seed.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll just tell you because that's now it's getting hard. Yeah. So the eights means tree.
Tree.
Yeah. And
Eights.
so it's just like this. It's like there would be a comma here, and then it was grass yielding seed, and now it's tree. Peri is that's another common word, and it means fruit. It means fruit.
Fruit. Okay.
So this I think means, because I'm looking ahead and I see fruit again, and then I see this verb here.
Mm-hmm.
This must mean fruit trees.
Fruit trees.
Yeah. And then what would? Well, I think
bearing fruit trees, bearing fruit trees, or something.
Well, it's so this is a very common word, and it means asa means yeah. So I'm going to tell you since it's you can see it's just 3 letters.
Yeah.
So that that like we said, it could either be the third person masculine singular, but that doesn't make sense that it would be past tense. So it's also another participle, and it means bearing. I think it's a participle, or was that in infinitive? With the O, oh no, there is no O. Oh, there is an O there. So I gotta look that up.
Osa.
So the O, no, that O is not part of the inspired text, but that O says, the way it was understood. The O is for the, let's see. Oh, so the O can be within with the infinitive absolute, but that's a colon vav with an actual vav. Oh, here it is. I'm going to actually bold that because that's important. The participle, the simple, has the colon vowel after the first consonant. And that's what we have here. I like that. So this is the participle. So it means asab is a very common, one of the most common verbs. It means make. It's just very general.
Make.
It means make. So it's It's making fruit.
Fruit making fruit.
Well, it's fruit trees making fruit.
I see.
And then, how about tell me on this one?
Oh, that was that one. You said it was easy. La yeah, no, and then it's got the vav with the dot. So lamanoi? No.
It's lamino.
Lamino.
Yeah. Now, can you parse this? Like, do you see any prefix, a prefix or suffix on it?
That with the vav in the middle, I don't know.
A yod in the middle.
Sorry, the yod in the middle. I'm guessing it's the mem, the nun, and the vav. I'm guessing that's the root.
Oh no.
No.
No. So you just the vav at the end, when you have an o at the end, that's usually a pronoun suffix.
Okay.
So the o would be actually here. Let me just show you. Well, actually, before I go to the suffix, what do you see here as a prefix, or do you see a prefix?
I thought the lamed was a prefix.
It is, yes. And
okay.
What does the lamed? Do you know what the lamed means?
No.
Okay. So can anyone help Jack? Can someone tell us what the lamed means? Okay, I'll.
Does it mean the or something?
To the Mino?
No, it doesn't mean the.
Means to the Mino?
Yes, it means to. Yeah. So it's a preposition, and it means to. Or for. It means to or for. So, but in this case, you'll see it. It won't exactly mean that, but that's the common meaning. So I just, because I know what this verse says, I know this is a noun and it means kind. Meaning means kind. So le here means according to. So it's fruit trees bringing forth fruit according to his kind. And the o at the end is actually, let me show you for that pronoun suffix. So the pronoun suffix, so I go here to the other tab and go to nouns. And here's pronoun suffixes. So here's just the vav suffix, and that's the third person masculine singular. So on the end of a noun, it means his. So his kind. Now that would mean see, I don't know actually whether, well, true, yeah, tree is the subject. So that would mean that his refers back to tree, and tree should be masculine. Let's just check that out and see if that's true. And it is masculine. So the O refers back. Kesha, before the class over, I want to show you something that was very interesting. It has to do with the Hebrew script, and I just want to see what you think of it. Okay, so that was according to it. Let's just check this to see if I'm right on this kind, because I just want to. Yeah, so that's after his kind. Yeah. Oh, here they see how they break it up for you. They show you the prefix, the actual noun, and then the suffix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we talked a little about this. Do you know what this word is?
Asher.
Right.
It's a root word. So it'd be the tree, fruit. bears of its kind. No, I'm not sure,
Okay.
Steve.
Well, Asher is the relative pronoun.
Okay.
So it is.
Oh, just referring back to the fruit or the tree?
Yes. Yeah. We're referring back. Well, in this case, it's referring back to the fruit.
To the fruit.
Yeah. And the Asher is like in English we have who, whom, which, that.
Mm-hmm.
In Hebrew, it's just Asher.
Asher.
And there's a shortened version of it of just Shet, but mainly it's just Asher, and it's the relative pronoun. So yeah. So it's the fruit tree making fruit according to its kind, which, and then
you have Zerah. No, it's not Zerav. It's I forget already.
okay. So it's the Holam Vav, the Vav with the dot on top.
Right. I'm trying to remember the sound now. I just don't remember it.
Yeah, just pronounce O.
Oh, Zero.
Okay, now can you decipher this word for me? Zero.
So the root, I'm guessing, is the Zayin Resh Ayin, I'm guessing.
Yes, which we saw right here, right?
Right. Oh, right. Of course. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So which? So that was. Wait a minute now. So the tree bears. So what was that again? So what was the word before the tree bears fruit according to its kind?
Yes.
What was that? I don't remember.
Oh, okay. So which?
Which?
Then, so remember this word. Did you remember what that word meant there?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember or recall in our conversation.
Yeah. So I'll just tell you it's seed. That's what the word
seed
means.
That's right. Okay.
So if this word means seed, what is what do you see here that's different between these two words?
Well, the vav with the dot.
Right. The vav suffix. What does the vav suffix mean? On a noun. So remember, this is a noun. So it's a vav suffix on the noun. We can look at the chart. Do you want to look at the chart?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we want to look at, since it's a noun, we're going to look at the noun page. But actually, this pronoun suffixes applies to verbs too. But this is the pronoun suffixes, and which one?
So it's
like what we
third
got.
Person masculine singular.
Yeah, third person masculine singular. Right. So what does that mean when you have a third person masculine singular suffix on a noun?
I'm not sure what you're alluding to, Steve.
Okay, so we saw this is the word seed, right?
Right.
And it's got a suffix, which is third person masculine singular. So what does that mean now? It doesn't just mean seed, it means a little bit more than seed. What information did that suffix add to this?
Oh. So is it seeds?
No. That would be just making it plural.
Right. Okay. But because it's still singular. That's right. Third person.
No, it's not. That's the suffix is singular. The noun itself is singular. Zerah is the singular seed.
So it's referring to a person?
Yes, it is referring to it's referring to a person or thing. Yeah.
Back to the tree, the seed of the tree.
Well, Yeah, yes, there you got it. Exactly, that's it. When you have the suffix on the noun, it's genitive or possessive.
So it's referring back to the original tree, trying to connect everything. Is that
Right,
what?
right.
Oh,
So
I
it's,
see. I see.
it's which his seed, and then bow is another one, another word for you to parse. Well, yeah. So maybe I'll just tell you what bow is, or can anyone tell us what bow is? Okay, so bow is two parts. The ba is a prefix. The ba. It's a ba because it doesn't have the thing, but it doesn't have the dagesh. But same meaning. The vo, the va with the bait is a prefix. Does anyone know what the bait prefix means?
It means in.
Yeah, it means in. Right, it means in. And then, Jack, what does the vav suffix mean?
That refers back again to the tree.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, well,
Of the tree, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. So
or of the fruit.
It means it, yeah. So we know it has to be fruit because it's the seed, his seed in it. So we know the seed's in the fruit.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So which his seed is in it.
Okay. The seed
Wait,
in
how
it.
do you know that's tree? Or how do you know the Holland Bob is referring to?
How do you know this refers back to tree? That's a good question. It seems so you kind of, it would seem that it would refer back to the closest noun. And the closest noun is actually fruit. Well, the closest noun here is kind. It could. So here we have his seed. Whose seed would it be? It could be considered the tree seed, or it could be considered the fruit seed. Could it be considered the kind seed? I don't know.
Would you? So it's like it's seed within. Is that how you?
Oh yeah. So this is his seed in it. Its seed in it.
Or within.
Well, in it. So we know the seed is in the fruit. So we know this. O here refers to fruit because the seed is in the fruit. So that would tell me that the O, that this O, zero, also goes to fruit. But I don't really know why it doesn't refer to kind. And this tree is further back, so it would seem it would refer to the first possible noun. I can put that as a question. I would like to put that as a question. Like, who is this pronoun referring back to? Is it kind? Or is it, but we know the bow, the O here refers back to seed because to fruit, because the seed is in the fruit. But why it's not referring back to kind, is kind. I've just put that question on the Hebrew.
So when it ends with a Holland Bob, it's just like it could be referring to anything, just a like.
Well, it's saying
closest preceding noun.
Well, it's got to refer to a singular masculine antecedent. Oh, so that's one way. Let's just take a look. Is this? I just want to see if mean. So mean is masculine. I see there. And I just want to see also fruit. Fruit is also masculine. So all three, tree, fruit, and kind are all three of them are masculine. And I thought the rule was it should go back to the closest one, like in English, but apparently that's not true because we know this one goes back to fruit. Okay. Okay. Well, we're out of time, but Jack, you did great.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, you did. You did. You did.
Parsing's a little harder. Yeah,
Definitely
parsing.
harder. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
harder.
Yeah.
I wanted
Thank you for your help.
Oh, you're welcome. I just recommend that book, that audio book, because that way you can listen to the. I mean, that's not going to help you with grammar, but it's going to teach you vocabulary and the alphabet.
Which is what we need.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to show Kessia something though. So, if Kessia would.
Sure.
Okay, so Kesha, I want to show you this. So I'll tell you, let me go with this one. Okay. Can you see this okay? If I make it bigger, I think it's going to get blurry.
I can see it.
Okay, good. So I'll tell you what this is. This is my dad's marriage document.
Wow.
So my dad passed away about 6 months ago. He was 104. And my siblings and I were talking about what, to write his name on his gravestone. So my siblings, actually, this one is very clear, actually. I don't think this one's, but I want to ask you, can you, you can just tell me the letters. So this is my dad's Hebrew name right here. Can you tell me those letters?
Yud, Hey, Vav, Shin, Ayin.
Right.
Pei, Tav.
Well,
Or
that's
Aleph.
Aleph. Right.
No idea.
Oh, that's a Lamed.
Oh, it's going the other way.
Well, that's. Which part do you think's going around the other way? This one here? This part here?
Or it's going longer. Yeah.
Well, this is kind of sloppy writing, but this is pretty clearly a Lamed.
Okay.
His root would be nicer if it was bigger, but there's no other letter that could be.
Right.
And then.
And it's cough.
Which there's two letters that sound very similar, kuf and kuf. Which one is it, kuf or kuf?
I didn't know there were two words like that.
Well, there's one kind of at the end of the alphabet, kuf, resh, shin, and then there's one kind of in the beginning of the alphabet, yud, kuf, lamed.
Oh wait, what was it? Cough. Wait.
Yeah. Here, let me bring it up. Let me bring up a. Okay. So here's the alphabet, and here's the cuff, and that's a final cuff. And then here's the kuf.
Oh. You pronounce it with a U sound.
Oh, no, just the letter.
Okay.
Just the letter. But the kuf,
Oh.
the kuf has a k sound.
I thought the letter was called cough.
This one's kuf and this one's kuf. But
Right.
which one?
Right.
Yeah. So which letter
Yeah.
is this here?
It's cough.
It's what?
Koof.
Kuf. It's kuf. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My sister thought this was a cuff, a final cuff.
Wait, is his name Yosef?
Well, his name was Joshua Falk.
Joshua. Paul.
And
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
yeah. But see, the way this is written is kind of sloppy because there should have been space between the two, and then you would know for sure it's a kuf. But this looks like it could have been a final cuff, or it could have been a kuf. And then
where do you get the shua sound, like the oos? Oh, is it below the? It's a shoe sound.
I'm not sure what you mean on that.
No, for the first name, I was wondering.
Where do you get Joshua? It's Yehoshua, and yeah, there's a vowel under here.
There's a.
It's called a.
U.
I always get them mixed up. It's a kubutz. It's three dots on the diagonal. Right. And I always get that mixed up. The kubutz and the shuru, I always get those mixed up. But the shuru is the verb with a dot inside it,
right.
and the kubutz is the three dots at an angle.
Got it. That's cool.
Yeah. So, but they weren't gonna take my word for it. But I posted it on Be Hebrew, the Be Hebrew list, and the guy said, well, Falk, like this is a name, but with a final puff there, that's no such name, so that can't be right. So that was, and I told the other people it was. I asked the guy on Be Hebrew what it meant, because this word is not found in the Bible, and he gave me a link, and the word actually means falcon.
Oh, okay.
And my sister then sent me an email, and she said that after my sister was the one taking care of him, and my sister said that after my dad died, a falcon came to her window and stayed there.
Wow.
And then when she went outside, the falcon was following her. So she considered that had to do with her dad, but she didn't know that falk meant falcon. And actually his name meant falcon. So I take it that God is just telling us that my dad is okay with the Lord. Because I didn't know really where he was at. I mean, I knew he was a good man. He did pray with me, but I didn't know if he understood what he was saying.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so next week it'll be Jonathan's turn.
Sadly, I won't be here next week.
Oh, you won't be here next week. Okay, it'll be someone else's turn.
Sorry.
Okay, it'll be someone's.
Well, we're meeting 2 weeks from now, right?
2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks from now. Yes, I mean 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, probably won't be there.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna end it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Steve.
you.
Thank
Okay,
you for
yeah,
telling us that.
okay.
Great story.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Thanks so much.